The roots of Bethlehem Baptist Church were planted in the year 1893. Led by Reverend Branch Jackson, a small group of devoted Christians came together, united by one mission: to strengthen moral values, grow in wisdom, and above all, build a foundation of strong religious faith within their community. Their first home was a humble space called Sweet Home Alley, now part of Marshall Street, between 17th and 18th Streets in Richmond. Though few in number, their faith was powerful, fueled by revivals and soul-stirring prayer meetings that filled hearts with hope. Among the first officers were Deacons John Pegram and Frank Walker. Their trustees, James Gatewood, William Coates, Hilton Brown, and Samuel Lewis, guided the young church with vision and determination. The first clerk, John L. Walker, would serve faithfully for nearly 60 years. In that same founding year, the congregation purchased its first property for $350, a tremendous act of faith for a small but mighty church family. By 1907, Bethlehem Baptist Church moved to its second home on Buchanan Street. After Reverend Jackson's passing, Reverend Griffin carried the torch forward, leading with compassion and spiritual depth until his death the following year. In 1914, a new chapter began. The church called Reverend Henry Randolph of Antioch Baptist Church to serve as its next pastor. Under his leadership, Bethlehem flourished. The congregation grew vibrant with new ministries, usher boards, choirs, youth clubs, and missionary circles. A Sunday school department was formed, nurturing generations of children and families in faith and fellowship. When a fire struck the Buchanan Street building in 1930, the people of Bethlehem did not lose heart. They rebuilt, renewed, and later celebrated the burning of the mortgage, a symbol of triumph through unity and perseverance.
I have a great connection with Bethlehem. As you probably know, my grandfather was a steward of the church there, and my grandmother, his wife, Mary Ethel Walker, was a proud member of Bethlehem, certainly down on Buchanan Street, as many of the old folks know. And then came along me. And I became a proud member of the Bethlehem Baptist Church, starting on Buchanan Street as a little boy. A lot of folklore is always being passed down through families. And I was elated when Rose sent me that blurb. I had always heard it word of mouth, but I had never seen it in print. But as the story goes, there was a fire, and a really bad fire, and we were about to lose Bethlehem. And my grandfather stepped up to the plate and said, "Hey, we can't lose the rock in our neighborhood." And that was part of the family association that he had with all the deacons, the pastor. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, it was Pastor Randolph then. I didn't even know him. It was Pastor Randolph then. And he took it, my grandfather took it as his moral obligation to do whatever he could to put up whatever funds that he had. And that's what he did, which is a remarkable, we have to put things in perspective, Anderson. 1930, but they were lynching black men in the 20s and the 30s, So for a black man to have the ability to help as a community like that says a lot about my grandfather.
In the 1950s Bethlehem song, it just grew louder. Reverend Blanche Brown, he lifted new voices in praise, and the Randolph Memorial Choir, well, that became the very heartbeat of our music ministry. Then came Reverend John Bishop Gordon, a teacher, a builder, a shepherd of growth, indeed. Under his care, Bethlehem found a new home on Fairmount Avenue, where faith took root in classrooms, in choirs, and in our community outreach. And that Bethlehem Day Nursery had opened its doors, nurturing generations of children in both knowledge and in love. Through the decades, the walls, they were renewed, the spirit, it deepened, and the church, it reached further, joining hands with partners in faith and in justice. When Reverend Gordon's long season ended, Dr. Victor L. Davis, he carried that vision forward. With energy and purpose, he led Bethlehem into the world, from Richmond all the way to Jamaica, South America, and beyond, proving that love, it truly knows no borders. Together, we built. Together, we remained faithful. And together, we continue the work of a church still growing in grace.
Bethlehem, I'm excited that God has brought us together. I look forward to doing great things within every aspect of this church. I look forward to us reaching out into the community and not only letting our faces or letting others know about our church, but most importantly about the Lord. I look forward to working with each and every one of you. You've all been so welcoming and inviting. And we praise God for the past and what God has done, but we also praise God with a great spirit of expectation and anticipation in what the Lord will do for us in the days that are to come. And so I believe that God has brought us together, and I'm looking forward to us for further collaboration, further vision, and just further outreach, that we may be the church that God has called us to be. I firmly believe that things go better when we work together. And I do believe the old African proverb is true. If you want to go fast, you go alone. But if you want to go far, we go far together. God bless you. Grace and peace.